AITAH for blocking my ex when she broke up with me. I made this account today because my sister and parents are acting like I'm in the wrong and I genuinely don't see how. My 19M ex-girlfriend 20F of 3 years broke up with me Sunday night over text. She told me that she felt like my lack of ambition was holding her back and she needed to move on with her life because she felt like I didn't value her. When she sent me that, I just sent okay and blocked her and fell asleep shortly after. I did not block her friends and had loads of messages yesterday morning when I woke up. They were asking me to unblock her and to talk to her. My sister 20F is also friends with my ex-girlfriend, and she told me that my ex was hurt by my sudden blocking and that she still wanted to talk to me for closure and wanted to make sure I was okay. I told my sister that I was okay and that I didn't want to talk to my ex but would like it if she could tell her I appreciate her checking on me. My sister was not happy with this and told me that it was a hard decision for my ex and she just wants to talk to me. I again told her I was fine and that I'd rather not. My sister then told me that I'm acting insanely calm for being broken up with someone I was with for 3 years. I again told her I was fine. She asked me if I cried, and I told her that I didn't, and I just fell asleep listening to music. My sister told me that she's concerned about my lack of emotion and told me that my behavior isn't normal. I told her that I'm not obligated to cry over anything, and I think it's weird that she was acting like I was. My sister once again told me that it wouldn't hurt to have one conversation with my ex because she was still worried about me and wanted to stay friends. I once again told her that I was fine and didn't want to talk to her. She told me that my lack of compassion is psychotic. That pissed me off, so I just started ignoring her, and she eventually left me alone. This morning, when I woke up, my sister sent me a bunch of text messages again, so I just blocked her, and because of this she went and told our parents, and they are upset with me for blocking my ex without communicating first. They said that we've been together long enough and they thought of her as a second daughter. I was just aggravated at this point and told them that I'd appreciate if they mind their business, but they didn't stop, so I told them that I wouldn't hesitate to block them too if they continue, which caused them to stop. They apologized to me and told me that they didn't mean any harm but just felt like it was a little inconsiderate of me to just block her without talking about it first, but they won't press me to talk to her if I don't want to. First comment, my last girlfriend did that crap. Found out later she had won a malpractice suit and now had 1.2 mil in her bank account. But we lived together, and instead of talking to me when I got home, I'm guessing she was pulling some power play and called me at work to let me know she needed me to move out. And can you make it as quick as possible? I remember my brain just halted for like 1 second. Then it was like a switch flipped and my response was, "Cool. Anything else you'd like to talk about?" There was silence for a few seconds. Then she said no. I said, "Okay, I need to get back to work." Man, she blew my phone up to the point where I had to block her. I guess I had had enough of the BS. I was done. I dejaff about her money. It was hers, not mine. But from the way she talked, I think she thought I coveted her money. She found out otherwise. When I thought about all my past relationships, I'd rather start a shotgun than ever get into a relationship again, LOL. Second comment, that is just nuts to me. Like, how is that even possible? Not even in terms of the emotional ties and investment, but the practical ones. By the time a relationship is moving along in its second decade, the participants' lives are usually so intertwined that there are some logistical needs presented by a breakup. For example, A, did you live together? And if so, did they just move out without warning? If you owned, wasn't their name on the deed? Were they on the mortgage? And what happened to their equity in the home? And how did you pay for the full mortgage on your own? Or if you rented, were they named on the lease? What happened to their share of the deposit? And how did you afford the full rent on your own? Even if you didn't live together, weren't there any shared possessions or things they had at your place that they wanted? What about mutual friends? I'm presuming and hoping you didn't have children. Those are just the potential complications from aspects of lives that become intertwined when people are in a relationship for 12 years. Didn't anything like this come up? EPS just wrote all that and realized that it could just have been the initial breakup over text with subsequent communication to deal with all those other things. Third comment, she doesn't want to feel like the bad guy, so she just has to talk it out with him and make him understand why she just had to dump him. Without that closure, which is incredibly selfish and all about her anyways, she can't feel like she is the good guy just doing what needs to be done, and maybe he never really cared or she's not worth effort or ... not his problem anymore. She made that very clear. Personally, I would make a public post and tag every single person who messaged him along the lines of, "XXX broke up with me for reasons that seemed sufficient to her." I have accepted and respected that decision and not fought or argued with her. However, me cutting contact for me mental health and to begin healing has not been respected at all. Not only did she break up with me, she feels entitled to my time and effort even after that, so much so that she has sent her flying monkeys, including my family, to literally harass me. This selfish act has cemented that decision of no contact. I hope she finds peace and grows up enough to quit being so self-absorbed, because it isn't all about her needs, especially now. As of date of breakup, I owe her nothing, and based on the harassment, she deserves less than that. Please respect my choice and leave me alone to begin healing and moving on. Fourth comment, you don't owe your ex shit. You don't owe her closure. You don't owe her a status update. You don't owe her a conversation so that she feels better about herself. You don't own your sister shit. You weren't dating your sister, and her friendship with your ex doesn't mean anything. She isn't entitled to butt into what is going on between you and your ex. None of it is any of her business. She is making it clear that her friendship with your ex is more important than her relationship with you. You don't owe your parents HT. Just like with your sister, it's none of their business. It doesn't matter if they see her like a second daughter. Their relationship with her is their relationship, not yours. It doesn't matter if they want you to talk to her. You don't want to talk to her. The fact that they are supporting her over you shows who they value more. You should make sure to point out how insulting it is that they care more about her than you seeing how your ex broke up with you. You have done nothing wrong. You need to take care of you. Your ex was a coward for breaking up over text. Your family doesn't support you. All you have is you, and you need to make sure you is well cared for in absence of your family's love and support. Best of luck with all this unnecessary drama. Fifth comment, AITAH, if your fam still pesters you over your ease of moving on, explain to them how easy it is to cut off someone who disrespected you by breaking up via text after all that you had together. Tell your mom, this girl who she sees as a second daughter was a distressful ass to her actual son. Nearly the same thing happened to my neighbor's oldest son. He is 18. Dated a girl for 2 years who he was rather serious with. After high school graduation, he gets a short-term but high-paying gig out of state. Decides to take that job as the money was better than great for an 18-yo. He gets back home and starts prepping for college and such. Ex-GF texts him the same crap as you, up. Only mistake the neighbor kid made ... He didn't block her. And all of their friends were thinking she went crazy or something. Turns out she was trying some sort of power play, hoping the guy would beg her to come back. But neighbor kid never did, so she just kept looking for reasons to text him. Your ex is likely trying something similar. She probably saw something on TikTok or wherever women get retarded relationship advice from these days. You are making the right call up. Move on and do not contact her. She will eventually beg you to come back. Do not do it.